Hello, my name is Tracy Allen and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello, welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I'm making a Sopapilla cheesecake bar that's a dessert that we really like, and it's super simple. So I started with one package of crescent rolls, and I put those in my 9x13. Don't spray it. Put it in your 9x13 and kind of press the seam shut. Then I'm going to take two 8-ounce packages of cream cheese with 1 cup of sugar. And I'm going to cream those together. 1 cup. Okay. Get out of my way. Okay, to this I also want to beat in some vanilla, and to this I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. Teaspoons here. So I'm going to mix that in. I've got my oven preheating to 350. That's why you always put the lid on the vanilla. And I'm going to spread this cream cheese mixture over the top of my layer of crescent rolls. Over the top of this, I want to unroll another roll of crescents and put this over the top. Again, I want to try to keep those seams closed up a little bit so that it makes a top crust. And then I have melted a stick of butter, and I'm going to go ahead and put that over the top. Spread over the top, all the way to the edges. And then over the top of this, I'm going to add a layer of cinnamon sugar. So I have another 1/2 cup of sugar, And to that I'm going to add a tablespoon, I can get the lid off, of cinnamon. Mix that up. And then this will be sprinkled over the top of my butter layer. And then I'm going to put this in the oven to bake, and I'm going to bake it for about 30 minutes. It'll be nice and bubbly and browned, and then I want to let it cool for 30 minutes. Now, since you have the cream cheese, you do need to refrigerate this when you're done. So I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle that all over. It's ready for the oven. Good morning and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. I'm making some Mexican meatloaf for lunch today, and I've got my stuff out and I'm going to share that recipe with you. And it's just a different alternative to regular meatloaf, which we love, but it just gives it a little bit of flavor, so more flavor. So in my bowl I have my hamburger, and you can use 1.5 to 2 pounds depending on how many you're cooking for. And I'm going to add to that a can of black beans that I've drained and rinsed, a cup of frozen corn, 3/4 cup of salsa, and the salsa takes the place of the ketchup and the milk that you would normally put in your meatloaf. Set that in a bowl. I'm going to put in 2 eggs as a binder. And I have some tortilla chips that I've crushed up, and it's about 1.25 cups to 1.5 cups of tortilla chips. And then I have some cheese, and I'm using Colby Jack. You can use cheddar if you want to, but I've cubed up about 3/4 of an 8-ounce block of it, and I'm going to use some of the other. I'm going to actually shred it up or to put over the top once this bakes. So the only other thing I have to put in here is my taco seasoning, and that would be 1 package normally of taco seasoning. Should have had this measured already. And your salsa that you use, you can use mild or hot, whichever you prefer. Anyway, that should be about equal to 1 package if you buy it that way. So all I have to do is go ahead and mix this up, and then I'm going to form it into a loaf on a foil lined pan and bake this at 350. And it's going to take about 50 to 55 minutes. Then when I pull it out, I'm going to add the rest of my salsa and the cheese that I've shredded up and put that over the top and let it bake another 5 or 10 minutes, just until that salsa caramelizes and the cheese melts. Then you can serve it with anything you would put on your tacos. Some salt, more salsa, some sour cream, hot sauce, whatever. So I'm going to continue to mix this until all my egg is mixed in and all my other ingredients. So I've formed my meatloaf, and this is ready to go in the oven. I am going to put an extra tray with foil on it underneath, just in case, depending on the content of your hamburger, the fat content. So I just want to make sure that it doesn't actually overflow into my oven. So I will put another tray under it just to be safe. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.